I moved into the house in late autumn. It was an old two-story Victorian that had sat empty for years. Creaky floorboards, drafty windows, that smell of aged wood and stale air. I got it for cheap in a good neighborhood, thinking I could fix it up and enjoy the solitude. The previous owners had left everything behind, including some odd paint stains, an old upright piano in the corner of the parlor, and an attic full of moth-eaten furniture covered in sheets. The first night I heard something faint, taps like light fingernails on plaster. I chalked it up to settling walls or the wind. The house had strong drafts, and the old wooden frame creaked and groaned as it cooled. I didn't think much of it until day 3. Around 2 in the morning, I awoke to tapping again, rhythmic, distant, but coming from the direction of the walls. It was too methodical to be random, spaced by a second. I lay still, heart pounding, listening. The sound seemed to move, closer, then farther, as though someone were shifting behind the lath and plaster. I got out of bed and crept to the hallway. The walls were cold. I pressed my ear against one section. The tapping stopped abruptly. I listened in silence. Nothing. I backed away, heart hammering, and returned to my room. I told myself it was nothing. An animal, pipes, a strange noise. Over the next few days, the taps increased. Sometimes in the evening, sometimes late at night. Always in one spot, the wall between my bedroom and the adjacent unused room. I tentatively removed the outlet cover in that wall to examine what might be behind, but found nothing. Wires, insulation, dead air. The wall cavity was empty. At this point, I started to also notice odd shifts. I'd leave the piano lid closed and find it slightly open in the morning. Dust motes floating in the sunlight looked disturbed, skewed, and I felt eyes on me. The sensation that I wasn't wholly alone. One evening I found, etched faintly in the plaster of that wall, what looked like scratches, shallow, like someone had scraped at it over time. I traced them with my finger. They felt fresh, as though part of the surface had been disturbed recently. I snapped a photo. The scratches almost looked like letters, come, or open. My hands trembled. I plastered the wall with salt, I know, superstitious, put plastic sheeting behind the outlet, sealed it, and tried to sleep. Follow for part 2.